Name, residence hall. Oh,
Brandon Anderson, third floor resident advisor, Graves Hall.
okay, so first off, Brandon, what led you to desire to become a RA at Morehouse College?
Um, Actually, my freshman year, I had an RA. His name was Rodney Boyd. He was very influential. He was a very influential person to me, and I just really just kind of I looked at him as that upperclassman that I wanted to be like. So I kind of wanted to take his route. Everything that he did, I wanted to do. I saw that he was an RA. I just was like, you know what? Like I'm gonna look into the RA, and looked into it and I fell in love with it.
Okay. So what has been your most rewarding and challenging experience as a resident advisor?
Seeing the residents grow.
Yeah.
Um, my first year, last year, I speak on this year. This year, it's been in the freshman hall, like seeing y'all come in, like from day one, right after NSO, and y'all are really just eager, and you don't know what's about to happen, and everything, family's still here, and just seeing y'all, okay, now you all are acclimated with your classes, okay, you're getting your way around, you know where the library is, you're feeling your way around, and just growing up, just seeing y'all grow. And just it's a beautiful image, a beautiful process to see.
Yeah. Okay. So your most challenging experience?
The most challenging experience, I would say, you have some residents that just they can act out at times. They can, I don't know, just be disrespectful, and just sometimes just getting them to cooperate can be a challenge. But other than that, that's really the only thing.
Okay. How has serving as a resident advisor developed your leadership skills?
It's really placed me in a lot of situations where I was once uncomfortable. For instance, public speaking. That's not something that I would normally, I guess, gravitate to or go towards. But being put in this situation or being put in this position just forced me into that limelight. Like now it's like, okay, you have to speak up. Like these residents are coming in, like they're gonna look to you to guide them. So you have to speak up. You have to be able to, articulate yourself and mentor and things like that. So that's one area. Another area, let me see. It's overall leadership. For once, like you have to it's giving me like a different perception. For instance, like the things I do, like y'all look up to me. Like y'all look at me as like, okay, Brandon. So the things that I do matters. So, just overall leadership perspective.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so how do you keep your job? I understand that you were RA last year in the suites, correct? Robert. Oh, okay, but an upperclassman, huh, nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
Just how do you keep your job? Obviously you did something right.
How do you keep your job? One, fulfill all your requirements, and two, plan ahead. Because I mean, that's really the biggest thing. That's really the biggest, I guess, dilemma when it comes to our resident RN is that your time, like managing your time. So if you plan ahead the programs that you're gonna do, it just would make the year that much more smoother. So I would say planning ahead. Don't look at your job as like it's a job. Like actually look at it like like you're a people's person. Like utilize me if you need help.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to do a program, hey, I'm here to help you. Just let me know. You know what I'm saying? So that's really just be compassionate. Respect, compassion, and just mentor your residents.
Okay. So lastly, is it worth it? Through all the write-ups, desk duty, paperwork, disrespect, it's worth it. And why?
It is. It's an experience. I mean, you really can't describe it, bro. It's just one of those things like you just have to be a part of. It's you don't really understand how dynamic it is until you're a part of it, and that's being real. Like once you actually see like everything that you can do, how many lives you can impact, like it's really like wow, it's worth it, bro. It's worth it. Meet new people, seeing y'all doing this.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Cool.
I do.
All right. well, that concludes the formal interview.
For sure.
So this is the reflection part of my interviews, and one thing that really stuck out to me was that one RA in particular, Rodney Boyd, had a major impact on both of my RAs' inspiration and reason for being an RA. Both of them said they looked up to him a lot, and as you previously saw, Brandon said that he wanted to follow in his footsteps and be like him. And the fact that you have such a great impact on your residents that they want to change or alter their life or lifestyle to be like you and to almost mimic what you do on a day-to-day basis is really powerful and just shows how much impact that you have on your residents. So another thing I've learned that both RAs said was how to plan in advance and how important that is, because like they both stated, the RA position is so unpredictable at times, and to plan the things that you can handle and can control is really helpful when things go out of whack, when they're not supposed to. And lastly, when I asked both of them the last question, was it worth it, through all the write-ups and all the disrespect and things that go on on a day-to-day basis in the hall, was it worth it? And with no hesitation, they both said yes. And it wasn't because they get leadership, they build leadership skills. It wasn't because they, expand their networks. It was because they're making impacts on other people's lives. And it shows how genuine the position is and how genuine my RAs are and how genuine you have to be as an RA in order to make a great impact, because I would love to be the type of RAs that they are, both a lead RA like Isaiah Norwood and just a floor RA like Brandon Anderson. And they're both still really active in the community, and to be able to manage your time well enough that you can still be active in campus life as well as to make an impact on your residents' life and have a conversation with them. I've had countless amounts of conversations with Isaiah and Brandon both, and they still have a high GPA, and I would just love to be able to juggle those aspects of my life so fluently like they do. Yeah, and I really would like just to restate how impactful and inspirational it is to speak with them about their actual position, because we see them and we see what they do on a day-to-day basis, but we don't really get to ask them why they do what they do or why they even started their journey in the first place. So that's all.